Okay, we're in business.
Right, as long as you don't block us out, we'd hate to be blocked out by you, darling. Would that be, you know? That actually sounds fine. So we'll just go with it.
Make me famous, Debbie!
Okay. Far away.
Why am I still single?
Still single.
Like, why am I still single?
I have to, ask myself that often.
So, Debbie, why are you still single?
Why are women still single?
I've been single for approximately about 6-7 years.
So why are you single? Let's be serious.
Okay.
Okay, can you pass the wine then? Because I can't reach it without going out a shot.
Okay, well, the reason that I'm still single is because I've had some pretty bad experiences with men and I've kind of had enough of them, really.
I have to say I'm still single because I want everything. I want the fabulous. I just do.
Because I'm from the deep south, I figured I was the only person that was queer on the planet.
Robert Downey Jr. didn't return my calls.
I mean, I can't help it if I'm the campus thing on to lead.
I'm here for a good time, but not for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I get bored easy.
Maybe I've taken such a long time to sort of decide what it is really that I'm looking for or who I want to have in my life.
Because there's always drama. Where there's men, there's drama.
You mean the real men?
Yeah, the other guys, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I sort of am putting you amongst the women, really.
I love you, Deb.
I just need to find somebody who actually makes it worthwhile, that makes the drama worthwhile, and so far I haven't.
I'm waiting for Mr. Wonderful, and I have resigned myself to the fact that if he doesn't come along, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I'll still turn the stereo up and dance around my living room on my own and have a great time.
Well, I got a big tummy. Can I get my tummy? I got a big, big tummy.
Oh, and because men never ask me out. Damn it!
I'm single because I choose to be. I'm single because I've got a fat tummy and floppy breasts. And,
No, they're not the
and I
reasons
can't
you're
remember how to
single.
have sex, and so I'm rather nervous about it. And I've got no money, and I'm a solo parent with 2 teenage children, and I don't have a job.
Yeah, well, those
And-
things don't attract, do they?
Yeah, I'm
No money and kids.
How to write that up on NZ
Yeah.
Dating?
Yeah.
My name is Alison, and I'm 25 years old. Oops! Hang on. And I just woke up.
I think I'm a pretty genuine sort of a character. I tend to think that I'm pretty down to earth.
Sporty, nice, fun, sexy.
I've always maintained laugh at yourself before everybody else does. Get in first.
Confident.
I feel like writing, being really honest, desperate, horny woman, hasn't had sex for years, has no money, and a very spoilt child and cat. Would love you to come and help her do the dishes for the garbage.
I don't have any airs and graces.
I'm a fabulous person. I'm nice. I'm kind. I might slate people occasionally, but that's nothing. It's a slight minor fault.
I'm just down to earth, really. Love my rugby. A few drinks. Good time, Be open-minded. It's a big world out there.
I like walking in the rain.
Yeah, I like drinking.
I can drink anything, and I will
She
eat
can.
anything too.
I've been told that I've got a beautiful smile.
I like eating.
And I do like sex, but I won't do it straight away unless you're really gorgeous.
Big smile.
And yeah, she's
yeah.
very hard work. I'm less hard work than her.
Romantic, intelligent, when the time calls.
I like going to islands, and I like being on Lilo's, where there's a bar in the middle of the pool.
Yes.
I just put my arm out.
I'm generally a very, very nice guy.
I mean, I've come out of years of marriage, right, in a society now where women are more forward, right? Way more forward. So they're supposed to be approaching these, you know, arrogant men that sit back there going, oh, yeah, I'm, you know, really hot. And I mean, no, I'm sorry, I want to be chased. You know, if there's a puddle, I want a coat thrown down so I can walk over it.
Yep. I'll say you want to go home and fuck. You know, and a few times I've been told no, but other times I've been told, fuck you, let's go.
It was funny, Zell and I used to go into bars and we'd sit there and be having a drink, and I'd be sitting and saying to Zell, we're fabulous, we're gorgeous. Why aren't men approaching us? Why aren't they? Oh, it's because we're actually, you know, waiting for them to approach us, because in this day and age.
I usually take the long way around. Like, hopefully they'll approach me.
We've got to do the approaching. I can't be bothered. I am too much of a princess for that, quite frankly. I'm not going to. They can all come to me.
That's the theory. It doesn't work.
I try to be in control, but it, as in when I go out picking up women and consuming alcohol, they go together both really well until the next day.
Anyway, because I am in direct dole, because they're my clients, makes me sound like a hooker, no, my corporate clients, we left in he says, oh, thanks, I say, that's okay. I say, you got my number anyway.
And then quickly bolt out of the room with no clothes on, carrying them down the road.
He hasn't rung yet. Never mind.
Oh, I can tell by just watching certain body languages, you know, who's there for a good time and who's not, who's just come to watch.
You should have went, thanks, buddy. Grab that ass. Why, apparently that's what we're all supposed to be doing these days, you know. We can't sit back and be princesses like I thought I was.
Where there has been a situation where I've gone, a woman's come up to me and it's the end of the night, I'm really tired, and she's gone, let's go home, come home with me tonight. And it's like she's the last one on the dance floor. And I go, bugger it, it's better going home for someone than going home alone.
I look at my daughter, you know, she's 15, and I think as we get older we're a lot more judgmental. Like, she will see someone and go, oh, he's hot. So regardless of his personality, she'll instantly just like him for the sake of him being him. There's no judgment there. Whereas if we meet someone, we go, what's he all about? What's his game? What's going on? You know, we just look a little bit probably too deep. Yeah. We should all stop and smell the coffee a little bit more often or drink the wine.
What I look for.
Yeah, I tend to like to see somebody that's dressed looking like a man.
I can have like a string of men, all different types of men who I can play with when I feel like it, but there's no huge commitments and no, you know, big dramas.
Looks.
Check shirt and jeans, moleskins, boots, you know. I don't do frocks and twin sets and pearls.
Look for looks.
And I just sort of ultimately would like to find somebody to spend my life with that had sort of had a pretty grounded sort of a upbringing.
It's nice to have men of all ages. It's nice to have a young one, nice to have an older one, nice to have one that you can play pool with, one that you can go to the opera with, you know, just a bit of variety, a bit of spice in life.
You don't have to be perfect or anything, but you know, nice looking.
Breasts.
But you've always got to remember, you've got your friends and you've got your men that you play with, and you don't mix the boundaries, like, you know, don't screw the crew.
I mean, it would be kind of nice to sort of be able to realise that somebody can string 2 or 3 words together, as opposed to sort of think you want to rip the moment into the sack.
If you've got a friend, he stays a friend. If you've got a lover, he stays a lover. You know? If you've got a boss, he stays your boss.
Good sense of humour.
but we won't go there.
Looks, and I'm quite half cut.
Movement.
Right, now shall I describe my perfect man?
Yes.
Just, you know, Joe Bloggs,
Yeah.
down to earth.
Right. He is, without a doubt, someone who I'm physically attracted to and who, first and foremost, has to have a sense of humour, make me laugh, and at the same time find me somewhat, incredibly witty too. Just like, ow.
I look for her vagina.
I don't know. Have fun, have a connection, have a spiritual, soulful connection with someone who's my equal intellect. Oh God, they're probably going, looking at this going, oh my God, she's an idiot. Intellect. A worm could match it.
Would have to be somebody who was really, really independent, really into not being clingy and needy, and very, very equal and kind of relationship-wise, but also someone who took care of the bad shit in life, like, taking out the rubbish and stuff like that, someone who was responsible enough to do those things, but kind of big enough to let me have my own life.
He's got to be out there, as long as we don't find the same one.
And I don't think that there's actually that many out there.
I'm kind of attracted to high achievers. Like, I don't want someone who's just going to sit there and go, no, this is my lot, because there's not.
I want money. I don't want money.
Well, I think money would be more handy than management.
Yeah. I could buy a man if I had money.
You would come if you had money.
Yeah, I've been attracted to it, like perfume.
Men will always go out and look for sex, no matter, if they're sober or drunk. Yeah. It's just in our blood, I suppose, it's just males.
I find that if I sleep with a woman, she generally tends to think it's all on.
Sex is good, but sometimes it's better with yourself. Sometimes it's better with your girlfriends, and sometimes it's better just to read a good book and have a coffee and a smoke.
I personally think sex is sex.
I think it's pretty overrated. If there's, you don't need men to have good sex.
And just tend to sort of think, well, okay, that was nice, that was fun, that was great, but hey, my bed's my own tonight.
Because I just don't get it.
I don't like the word no.
It's like having a kid all over again.
The only time when I stop is when I've been told to stop.
They think with their dicks and that's it.
Don't need it anymore. Last relationship, what are we talking, Deb? 2 days, 2 weeks?
Just the one relationship. Well, serious.
The longest? Without breaking up? We've even out breaking up for a day.
When I escaped from my last relationship, and I do say escape.
She didn't mind me drinking, but I think I just went a bit too far.
Do you chase them?
Yeah, they ran fast.
They drove fast.
Which was sad, really, because I more or less threw it all away.
Like, it's so yesterday, but it could be so tomorrow as well.
If I generally don't like somebody, I will tell them before I have sex with them.
I've noticed that men can just say to their partner of 7 years, you're a maggot and it's over, and now I'm off to the pub.
If you are not a person who, or appears to be sort of like a butterfly, they seem to want to catch you and keep you. So I've found that that's been a bit of a problem. But I've been able to overcome that so far. Well, just by telling them to fuck off.
If I want to break up with somebody, I'll just say, hey man, we need to chat, and then take it from there, and talk about it, and just give it the reasons why I'm not happy and why I want to finish it.
I kind kind of think, like, if you treat men the way that they typically treat women, then it's kind of like a victory for womankind.
No, it doesn't. Trust me, it doesn't always work that way. Things tend to get thrown around and broken windows and key marks on my car.
I can fuck you over just like you can fuck us over.
You're not just the only one who's sitting there. You know, there's plenty of other women out there.
But I had it all there, all the cards on the table, you know. Like I said, life goes on, you know.
Always come sort of crying back, thinking that, you know, I might want him, but I'm over it, you know.
Yeah, as long as I see my son whenever I want him.
Well, my first husband went out one night to the dairy and didn't come back.
Now that is the best story.
That is such a good story. And what's even better is quite, well, I think it's quite interesting.
I'm gonna get him.
Like how many years later, about 13, 14 years later, he rings up one Sunday afternoon and says, sorry.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah.
It's like they're from a different planet.
And he can never, ever, ever know the depth or the width.
I just don't want to go through that experience again.
I was married for 14 years.
It just seems to be that as soon as you get married, it's kind of life's over.
After that, it was not till I was out of it that I realised how miserable I'd been while I was in it. You know, complacency so breeds rot, doesn't it?
But it just seems that you just kind of end up being totally suburbanised, and you mow the lawns every week and you have sex on a Wednesday.
As far as I go, the white picket fence thing just, ain't happening. I just do not do pastel colours anyways.
Because I kind of think marriage equals doormat status.
You do have to be compromising. And I'm not, because it's my way or nothing.
All the cool things that you like in a person, and now she's just his missus.
To be honest, I don't know of any person that's in a gay relationship that would be there still if it wasn't for how entwined they've become, be that home-wise, whatever's happening in their life.
He said, you're just kind of not the marrying kind. And I consider that to be a compliment.
A lot of my friends that have been together for a long time have said, if things were different, we wouldn't probably still be here. So this is
romantic.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives me the warm fuzzies, I must say.
If you lose yourself because of a man and you lose your identity and all the things that they liked about you before they got you, then what's the point? I mean, what is love?
Well, I gave up my job for her.
I was definitely in love. I couldn't even go for another woman.
I don't even know if I'm capable of falling in love.
We were loved, but we walked away from it.
Not always. Sometimes we were thrown away from it.
I mean, is love doing somebody's washing, cleaning their socks, cooking their meals, all that sort of thing? I mean, I'd have to be pretty head over heels to do something like that.
You're not falling in love with me, are you?
Because that's the thing, they love what they see, they want it, and then they get it, and they want to change you.
And that